My next guest was surprised by Warren Buffett's reluctance to testify in Moody's today. Jeff Matthews attends the Berkshire Annual Shareholders Meeting every year. He's also the author of the book Pilgrimage to Warren Buffett's Omaha, as well as the founder of hedge fund RAM Partners, and he joins us now. Jeff, always good to talk with you. And
Thanks,
I think you, as well as several others, were surprised that Buffett would refuse to testify. What do you make of that?
Well, you know, it's a little bit like Britney Spears complaining to Us Magazine about having to make another music video or something. You know, this is a guy who testifies all the time.
Right. He's always out in public.
Loves to talk, and you know, to get on a NetJets and come to New York for half a day doesn't seem like too big a deal. But I suspect that he really does not want to be tied into Moody's too closely.
Right, but the irony of it all is that he doesn't want to be, and now he's being forced to come in and talk about Moody's. In fact, he's kind of seen as the keynote speaker, if you will, at this hearing on Moody's. And we have to remind viewers that he only has a 13% stake. It's not as if he's an owner of Moody's.
Right, but he has been the largest shareholder for a number of years, and the fact is that if you're the largest shareholder of a company like Moody's, and Moody's was at the center of the crisis, and you're a guy like Warren Buffett who puts a premium on not getting caught up in what everybody else is doing, the fact that Moody's got caught up in what everyone else is doing makes Buffett a very logical person to ask, hey, what's going on here, and why didn't you get a little bit more involved during the crisis?
And you know, Jeff, as you and I have covered Buffett for so long, and you much longer than me, are you surprised that Buffett hasn't come out earlier to deflect this type of criticism? And why, you know, he's been so open about mistakes he's made in investments. Why did he come out and speak more publicly about Moody's?
Well, he was actually asked about this at some length a year ago at the annual meeting, and I think maybe he felt like he sort of dealt with it back then. What he said back then was that everyone got caught up in it, and Moody's problem wasn't so much that they were negligent, it's that they and everyone else assumed that housing prices could never go down. And so he kind of lumped them in with everybody else, and that was the way he deflected it, and I think he probably felt that he had successfully deflected it, and it's come back again.
Right, and then look what's happened now. Are you surprised, though, that he hasn't sold more of his Moody's shares? Do you think that he should just bail on this company?
I could never and would never give Warren Buffett investment advice, but you know, he's selling it, and.
But to be fair, Jeff, I mean, you've recommended before, you've said before, you know, you've been surprised at some other underperforming assets and why he hasn't sold out of them. I mean, the same could be said of Moody's, right?
Well, yes, but he's a reluctant seller. You know, you have to understand that when he owns something, he really likes to own it for a long period of time. And the fact that he has been pretty steadily selling it tells you a lot. So, you know, he's not the kind of guy who's going to wake up one morning and hit the bid just to blow out, just so that he doesn't have to show it on his sheet every morning like the rest of us. You know, he just doesn't think that way. Okay,
it's going to be more thoughtful if that does happen. All right, Jeff, good to talk with you as always.
Great to talk to you.
Thanks for joining us. Jeff Matthews, the founder of RAM Partners and author of Pilgrimage to Warren Buffett's Omaha.